Good morning. I just realized I should have cleaned. Do I have anything? Sometimes you check, you don't know. You're like, okay, no, I'm fine. I'm better. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the program. Today I will be change of pace. I'll be making coffee in my underwear, and let's talk about these are fun ones. I found them. I dug, and I was like, oh, I remember these, and they are kind of baseball themed, Yankee themed, huh? Look at the shortstop playing fella here. They're a lot of fun. They're very Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was an odd fella, both incredibly athletic and yet also sometimes looked incredibly unathletic. It was quite a feat. Let's talk to these people. Sean says, good morning. I'm here early. Sean was the first one. Congratulations to you. You get the grand prize. Ty said, good morning and happy Sunday. RJ, hope you are doing well. Missy says, good morning. Sean says, hi, Ty. Hi, Missy. Missy said, well, hey, Sean, hope you well. Now I'm just, transcribing other people's conversation. Steve said, good morning, RJ and everyone. Ty said, hi, Sean. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Leo said, do you like Jushin Thunder Bieber? I like the concept, and I urge you to tweet that to a man named Jamis, Jamis Vanderbeek, I believe. And he does mashups. He puts heads of celebrities on wrestlers' bodies and vice versa sometimes. So I think that's a prime one. Frank B. Zagatti, the statue man himself, said, what's up, Ty 5? Frank does lovely 3D sculptures. And I don't know, well, what is that? I do have something. It's hard to tell if there's like something on the screen or something on my face. He does these wonderful 3D sculptures of people, and he prints them and he sculpts them. Look, I don't know how the technology works, but it's delightful. MPDMD said, good morning. Spot Center said, singing I'll Be Waiting by Foreigner as I await the king. Oh, Foreigner. They were so domestic in many ways, which was confusing to me. Val said, like the video? Well, 33 people are watching and only 10 people have liked it. So a third of you are not that interested. No, 2/3 of you not that interested. Dark Elite said, good morning. Leo said, how many Fall Out Boy shirts do you own, RJ? I own a Bowery Boys shirt, and they're my favorite band. Neil said, good morning. I love these undies. Aren't they fun? Dark wants to know if I pitch or I catch, and I switch it up. And I think that's the important. That's what Babe did. A lot of people don't know Babe Ruth was a pitcher. And then they're like, your hitting is too good. Your pitching is average. So let's just stick you out in the field. Val said, I thought Yankees right away, but they're my favorite team. I don't see how you could think another team. These are pretty much, that's the scheme. Pop for pancakes. What? Sean said, don't miss me. Scope said, good morning, Raul J. Metropolis. Not quite, but good enough. Spots said, peanut butter on eggs for breakfast. Your thoughts? That's not good. They're on other sides. They're two warring forces to me. You understand what I'm saying? Peanut butter is kind of fucked up. And here's why. Because it's kind of, obviously sometimes a lunch food, sometimes a dessert food. Peanut butter can go on a sandwich. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich can go on crackers, can go on vegetables like celery, perhaps. Yet you can also mix it with chocolate. You could have it with ice cream. That kind of thing. Gets gooey. You drizzle it on things. Reese's peanut butter cups, the whole 9 yards. However, you can't do that with ketchup. Ketchup can go on eggs. It can go on a sandwich. Can it go on vegetables? In the sense that you would see a kid in the 3rd grade open up his lunchbox and pull out celery with ketchup on it? I don't think so. And also, ketchup is not going to go with chocolate. Same thing for mustard. I've said it time and time again. Mustard goes on the hot dog. Mustard was made for the hot dog. And mustard can go on a salad, can certainly go on a sandwich. Can't put it on much else. Can't put it on things solo. Certainly can't have it for dessert. Can you put mustard on eggs? Maybe. Maybe if you had some ketchup too. And it was like, And the egg sometimes can be very versatile. It can be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Of course, eggs can come in many forms, so maybe that's not particularly fair. Caitlin said, apparently I'm a 27-year-old boomer. How do you like the video while watching live? Well, it depends what you're liking on, like what you're watching on. If you're watching on a computer, if you're watching on a phone, there should be below the video a little one of these guys. That's a good thumb. Look at the thumb emoji in the thing. It's like more like this. And you should click it. If that makes sense, Caitlin. Neil said, RJ, you have lovely sparkly eyes today. Maybe they're all like glassed over. Maybe I'm heavily medicated and I have no idea. Neil said, do you have snow there? It's been really weird where like days I'll wake up, I'll open the window and it'll just be all snow. Where did this come from? And I guess we're in Snowsville now, Snowtown. And then the next day it'll be gone. Like right now, outside, it's gone. And the only way you can tell it's winter is because the trees are bare. I hear singing and there's no one there. So you can't tell. There's not a speck. I believe they call them snowflakes on the ground. There's nothing. But then tomorrow could be all totally covered. I've so far had to shovel the driveway like once. Which is not bad. Like we're already like halfway through December-ish. No, we're not at all. Jerry said, what old-time Hollywood star would you most want to play Among Us with? To me, it would be Tony Randall. So one of us you're saying is an imposter. And the other ones, and they'll notify us. But if I know the imposter, then I'm not the imposter if I am the imposter. Do you see what I'm saying? I am a spy only unto myself. And I hope that makes sense. Has everyone done their tasks? Let's do some more tasks. Are you interested in doing the tasks? I'm finished and I'm a ghost, but I'd like to do your task. If there's any way if I complete my own tasks, can I do your tasks? That was Tony Randall playing Among Us. Tyler Hamel said, I just watched this match. I just watched a match this morning with you and Tyler Trevor from 8 years ago. Remember that match? Tyler almost botched his entrance. I don't remember that match specifically because we had wrestled quite a few times in a different... Do you remember where? Do you remember what I was wearing? I might be able to tell you if you know what I was wearing. But I do want to see him... botch his entrance. That's great. What do you think of Black Rifle coffee? I do not know because I have not had it. Val said peanut butter is delicious. It does a lot of heavy lifting in the food world, that's sure. It's a good balance of sweet and salty. Whatever you pair it with takes it on one way or the other, so it can be overwhelming. Leo said 60 seconds, seeing you're at a party and have made really great pasta salad and are slightly too proud of it. I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Do you guys have the pasta salad? Not yet? Oh, no. There's the potato salad. There you had that. It's how is it? It's just okay. All right. Because I heard the pasta salad. So give it a shot. Give it a shot. My aunt made the bread, which would go great with the pasta salad. I think you guys are really going to get a kick out of it. No, I don't. You're busy. It's fine. And no. Go ahead. Let's just... Dessert? Now? How about let's have the pasta salad first, and then we can have the cake. I think that would sound better. Guys, this has been a very long time coming for me. This isn't about your wedding. And scene. I hope that worked. Heroine Michelle Moya said, and you think Gildar isn't evil even though they're pure evil with the other defenders, so why was he trying to stop the sass from the other attackers? I'm sorry, but you're going to have to watch the show. Michelle said, hey there, everyone. Hey, I'm having a coffee with hazelnut creamer this morning. How about y'all? Well, I don't have any creamer. I'm sorry. I messed up. And I ran out of creamer. Clarence said, hi, RJ. I just ordered a new Pride Briefs from Andrew Christian online last week. It comes on Tuesday, buddy. Mark it on your calendar, Clarence. I'm pulling for you. Nail said, you can close and reopen the chat to like the video. The chat will be there when you reopen it. See, I don't even know that. Nail said, I want to live in Snowtown. Does anyone remember Snow Day, Chevy Chase movie? Val said, if you're in the chat on your phone, click the X off to the right to close the chat. Then it'll have the option to hit the thumbs up like, then click the live chat to come back to us. See, it's that simple. Sean said, I went to bed and it was a rainstorm, but I woke up and there's like 4 inches of snow on the ground. Sometimes water freezes and becomes snow. Spot Center said, bare trees or bare feet? I'm not that crazy about bare feet. I like a good tree. I like a good oak. Speaking of oaks, a tall oak himself, David is here. Wait, are we supposed to watch the ads? Hello, everyone. Even RJ. This is now David's chat room where he gets to just check in with fans of C-Spot Run. And are you supposed to watch the ads? Well, I don't know. Apparently, I clicked it as I was setting this up. You know, I set it up earlier, and then I click it again to go into it. And it said I've already been demonetized, basically, this video. And I don't know. Sometimes YouTube's like policies change on stuff for no reason. And then a lot of times, basically every Coffee and Underwear I do, right after it ends, I'll have to go back and request a review for them to monetize it again. Because they're like, this guy's singing with his schwanz out. It's not the best look. And then they watch it and they go, there's nothing that bad in here. This is just stupid. So like, okay, you can monetize it. It happens every time. But last week, they reviewed it and they said, no, we didn't think it was appropriate at all. I was like, what? And then I was like, what did I even talk about? Because, you know, I talk a lot and then I forget. And now this week, I don't know. They got a close eye on me and I don't know why. So yeah, maybe watch the ads. What did you get? A Black & Decker ad? Something for Christmas? Hey, David, why don't you tell everyone in the chat what I got you for Christmas? Will said, where's Will? I would pick Vincent Price. There was a murder most foul. Oh, that's playing Among Us. There's an imposter on this spaceship. Nell said, David always watched the ads. Ty said, RJ hates playing Among Us, though. He never volunteered to play. I don't really like the game at all. Spot Turner said, he does Tony Randall? What can't he do? It's one of my great ones. Michelle said, I went to a restaurant once and it offered a hamburger with peanut butter on top. Sounds disgusting, but I couldn't not try it. It was actually delicious. So maybe there's a branding problem. You know, the peanut people. Don't they have enough problems, I guess, with the allergy business? You know, they're like, what do we do? How do we say it's not an allergen? It's like, oh, it is. And you're like, okay, well, we'll just put a bear on it or something. Michelle said, you sounded more like Brian the dog from Family Guy more than Tony Randall. I disagree with you, Michelle. Nails wants pasta salad. Aaron said, good morning, friends. I'm late, but I made it. And that's the important thing. David said, have you ever had a chip salad? Just 3 or more different chips in the same bowl. I believe that's just called a mix. A party mix. If there's no party, you can call it a chip bowl. My favorite thing to do is put chips in a sandwich. It has to be the right kind of sandwich, like a plain, like a turkey sandwich, maybe 1 slice of cheese, a little mustard, hard Italian bread, and then you can bring out the Lay's. You know what I mean? Something nice and plain, unless the chip becomes the flavor hub. If it's an all-dressed chip or barbecue chip, and then that becomes the accent on the sandwich. Neil said, oh my God, that wedding line right at the end. See, it was a nice reveal. It was a good punchline. David said, I wish I had a Sean emoji. I don't know who that's in reference to, but we'll get right on it. Caitlin said, Michelle, I have eggnog in mine today. You have eggnog in your peanut butter on your hamburger? Spot Center said, Snow Day or Snow Dogs? No, Snow Dogs. It was with Cuba Gooding Jr. Snow Day, I believe, and I will have to look into the history of this, I believe Snow Day was originally supposed to be a Pete and Pete film. And I don't know what happened, and they repurposed it, where it starred, I think, one of the kids, and Chevy Chase, and Chris Elliott? Unless I'm also thinking of Groundhog Day, which also had Chris Elliott in a supporting role. Somebody get on it and let me know. Neil said, have you ever had a Glasgow salad? No, I haven't. I'm sure it's chips and pasta, though. Chris said, good morning. I like the video already. Tyler said, just black trunks with a city silhouette on the ass, but it was for Max Pro Collingwood. Looks like a high school. Yes. Yes, I do remember that match. And now thinking about it, I almost want to say you're incorrect and that my trunks are a deep red, like a burgundy kind of thing. Max Pro. Yeah, I enjoyed him, and I'm gonna have to go look for it and see in Boxer's entrance. Ty said, good morning, David Arquette. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, David Arquette. How are you, David Arquette? Neil said, oh, damn, you just got jealous. RJ, you're handsome and funny. Thank you. Leo said, when Wrestling Isn't Wrestling came out, were you upset you were not asked to be a part of it? But knowing what we know now about Max Landis, you were relieved that you were not a part of it? To be honest with you, I didn't care, period. I was not a fan of the person creatively before all the business. So I'm just like, you're kind of wrong. So no, I wasn't upset because I was not a piece that I was like, this is genius. I was just like, all right. David said, have you ever seen The Last Father of the Bride? You mean Father of the Bride 2? Trainwreck, much like my wrestling. Yet, here's where Father of the Bride is better. There's still deep introspection. That's when Steve Martin started to become more emotional, but didn't want to let go of his funny. You know what I'm saying? He became very dry and fatherly-like, but he was like, let's have Martin Short. Martin Short is in a different movie in that movie. Everything is sullen and sad, and I love my daughter, and I'm going to miss her, and she's becoming an adult. And then Frank just comes in, and it's just like a total cartoon, and then Steve's like, what am I going to do with this wedding? I mean, it's like the ultimate like white privilege movie where he's just really stressed about all the beautiful things that are happening in his life. What? YouTube is ran by brain dead morons. Okay. Well, now I'm not going to be monetized. Val said, Snow Day is great. That movie cracked me up as a childhood favorite. Me and my cousin still quote it at each other. Spider said, any tales about wrestling Hornswoggle? Yeah, I was about to wrestle him and his killed the old Swoggle's gonna kill you. And then Swoggle mimed shooting me with a gun. And sometimes at night I close my eyes and I still see it. Will said, Paul Lynn might be fun to play Among Us with a well. Oh my, I found a body. I think it was Charles Nelson Riley. He would be voted every time. Chris said, there's a burger joint around my way that serves spicy peanut butter sauce. I refuse to have. They're just mixing shit. They're looking for business. They are just desperate. Just tip them well next time you go. David said, RJ got me Bozo Kids water skis. That's what I got him. I found a pair of old water skis with a logo of Bozo water skiing on it. And they're for kids. So, and now they don't fit your clown feet, David, certainly, nor your immense calves. But I think you can put them on your hands, number one. And number two, I think they're for your children. For you two boys, who I think whose feet might be the right size for this. And I think you should take the kids water skiing. That's my advice to you. Caitlin said, ham sandwich with Lay's regular. That's what I'm talking about. Michelle said, I disagree with myself. I meant to say Stewie. Stewie sounds like, oh God, why is a woman different than a girl? Oh shit. From My Fair Lady. Why is a woman, you know who I'm talking about. So somebody write it at some point. Val said, one time my friend and I got a dozen different candy bars and cut them into chunks and had chocolate salad. We ate half and we felt terrible. Good. Aaron said, yes to chips on sandwiches. I also put chips on burgers sometimes. I like that extra texture. I haven't had a hamburger in years. Neil said, when was the last time you made a snowman? What did you name him? My mother made a snowman on the first snowfall this year and was immensely proud of it. She's a big snowman maker. I remember she also made a lion once, or a tiger. when I was a child, and it sat out in the backyard and frightened everyone. Glasgow salad, said Nails, is cheesy fries, which is called poutine, Nails. Said, I talk a lot and then I forget. Put that on my tombstone. Blue Meanie is here. It said, Miss Meanie made us chicken salad sandwiches. Did you have a picnic? And put sour cream and onion chips on the sandwich. Speaking of eggnog, this time of season, I put it in my coffee. The reason I don't like eggnog is because like that dairy, that milkiness makes me like, oh. It's one of those things where like, if I had a glass of it, it would have to be, I would have to work my entire days eating around it. Because if I ate that, I don't think I could go back and have like a chicken salad. You know, it wouldn't sit well with me. Eggnog really adheres to just certain, you know, I couldn't have it and then like basically anything else. It would have to be my last drink of the day. Chris said, same situation with Final Destination. Originally was written as an X-Files episode, but Fox hated it, so the writer repurposed it and made it into a movie. First of all, good for him. Probably made more money out of that than he would, you know, licensing the X-Files movie. Number one. Number two, sounds like a great X-Files movie. People just dying and they can't escape it. Val said, yes. Oh, this is about Snow Day. It didn't get made till way after Pete and Pete. Chris Elliott. Chris Elliott was a snowplow driver. Josh from Drake and Josh was in it. Oh my goodness, this makes so sense. So, you know, because kids age so quickly. And it took forever. It was probably tied up in development. And for one reason or another, it didn't get made. And then they're like, well, the script is good. Let's just take Pete and Pete out. Doesn't work like that. Nail said, Meanie, my other half is putting eggnog on his cereal. Leo said, would you rather work on a good Max Landis movie, pretend he's capable of making good movies for the sake of this question, or a bad Christian movie? I was in a Christian movie. It's called The Masked Saint, and I believe it's on Netflix, and I would much rather work on that. 100%. And also, Diane Carroll pinched my ass on set. So, win-win for everyone. Could you sing a One Day at a Time theme as Grover? I'm going to blow out my voice. One day at a time. What? No, I can't do Grover. One. I'm a little furry. Oh, I can do it. This is your little furry pal, Grover. I guess I can. Oh, I didn't know that. We're going to take everything one day at a time. That's weird. That's not working. One day at a time. I can't sing as Grover. Wubba, 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 woo, woo, woo. Can't do it. This is your little furry pal, Grover. I can say that. I'll give you that. And now I'll sing the One Day at a Time theme song, which I love. One day at a time. That's how my calendar goes. It's one of those ones with, you know, one sheet in front of the other, so you can't rip them off in multiple ways. One day at a time. That's how my life must go. There's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday too. Sundays I don't recognize because of my specific religion. But I will tell you that even in a 6-day week, we take it one day at a time. One day at a time. No Sundays, one day at a time. That was a theme from One Day at a Time. And I also did an impression of Grover, which I didn't know I could do. Leo said, I remember the terrible Wrestling Isn't Wrestling shirts that came out. One just said, get the bricks on it. Jordan said, will you be making a move to ECW 20? Are you still staying with Vern and Co? I'm locked in for the next 2 weeks, and then there's always re-signing. Vern's aggressive, but very short-sighted, so I'm happy where I'm at for the next 2 weeks. Ty said, is Hornswoggle the reason you sleep with your bathroom light on at night? No, the Phantom of the Opera is. Because when it's dark, he just kind of shows up. Chris said, does David have big feet? David said, size 13, and I'm size 14. So fuck you on that front. Leo said, Wrestling Society X 2021. Rex Harrison, thank you. Thank you, WJ Letopotamine. Why is a woman different than a girl? Spot Center said, I have my questions on blue cards. After I ask them, I throw them through the window behind me, and there's a glass crashing sound. Missy said, David, do you have a boat to take the kids water skiing? If not, RJ should rent you one. Jordan said, yes, RJ and The Rock have the same size feet. And that's pretty much all we have in common. David said, but my toes are ones like Fred Flintstone, like one Fred Flintstone and 4 Barney Rubbles. That's because you used to drive that car with your feet. You had that foot car. And that's the problem. And then you put on the brakes, you got to dig your heels into the ground. It's a shame. Michelle said, Hugh Pickering. Not quite. Rex Harrison. David said, eggnog and raw asparagus. I like to stir the eggnog with my asparagus. Leo said, how do you know Flowing Joan? They were an extremely unpopular advertising campaign for a bank over here. They lived in Toronto for, I don't know, at least a year, if not a couple years, to work on their stuff. So they would always do, I saw them at a comedy show. I like getting there early and seeing like the show before mine, and then I'll stay and see the shows after mine. And then they were always on them, and they were great. I saw them. I was just like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And then they did some more TV stuff around here. And then they did a couple of good videos that blew up, and then they do their specials. And I think they're delightful. Caitlin said, Brian, that's what I do. RJ, I use it for the same reason my egg is so thick. Ew, when I put it in my coffee, I get the flavor without the grossness. Starry Cat said, speaking of Chris Elliott, did you enjoy Schitt's Creek? No, because I originally auditioned to be his son in that show, and I didn't get it, and I refused to watch the show. Sean said, would you drink an eggnog latte? The Starbucks one is all right, but I know it's not for... No, that's just like fucks with what I want from my coffee. Does that make any sense? It's not quite what I want. Blue Meaning said, what's your opinion that George Clooney cuts his own hair with a flow beat? I think that's bullshit. I think that's, I'm just like you, I'm an everyday blue collar kind of guy. And he's not probably getting $3 million from Flowbee. Just like he did those espresso machine commercials. You know, those are him and Danny DeVito. It's like, these are great espresso machines. And then David got one trying to be a piece of shit. It's not an endorsement, by the way. Nail said, I've seen Matt say hair, makeup, ring gear on point for RJ. Yes, I had a fine outfit in that. Sean said, vaguely foreign Grover. He's Eastern European. Leo said, do you prefer Max Landis or Gary V? Oh, my God, Gary V. But in a way that I want to just dismantle him. Spot Center said, are there anything other than monkeys in space? Well, there was one space monkey, and I wrestled him quite a few times, and I guess he's in orbit now. Tyler said, yes, they're burgundy trunks and knee pads. I put something on Twitter. Oh, perfect. Thank you so much, Tyler. Adam Morrison said, is there any active wrestler who would benefit from having Charles Nelson Riley as their manager? Yeah, like pretty much all of them. I can't think of one who wouldn't benefit. That was 3. And then the ref goes, oh, that was right. Sorry, you win. Adam said, mutt shit, the son? I believe so. The rugged one, I think he started dating the girl in the beginning there. It must have been mutt. I'm one of those people where like you think, oh, he must be rugged, and then you meet him and he's not. So I blew it for myself. David said, I don't own a boat. Never buy a boat unless you're a fisherman. More sage advice from David Arquette. Jordan said, is there an RJ zip-up hoodie in the works? I can't wear a pullover. It's somebody whom you don't want to touch you, touching you constantly. Now that you suggested it, yes, there will be one. Yes. Yeah, I can do that. Chris said, Clooney goes to some rando barber, undoubtedly. 100%. Caitlin said, damn shit's creep. Nepotism is the worst. Their loss. Well, the son, Chris Elliott's son, wasn't anyone's son. David said, Gonzo is from space, and David would know that because he was in the film Muppets from Space. And must have read the script. Although if you watch the scene, you can't tell. Will said, can anyone benefit from Charles Nelson Riley being there? That's what I said. Spot Center said, I watched your farewell to Destiny Wrestling this morning. Very touching. It is very touching. Spot Center, you did a real deep dive. That was a sweet one. I liked that one a lot. It was good. And everyone's like, oh, where you going? You getting signed? It's good seeing you. Where you going? I'm like, nowhere. Michelle said, Mr. Arquette, you sent me a phone charger a few Christmases ago, and it sure is a fun story to tell. The charger has since died, but I made a Christmas ornament out of it. The ever crafty Michelle Million. God bless you you basically regifted yourself. Starry Cat said, can we get Christmas ornaments with David and RJ? I mean, you could. I don't know what the markup is on that kind of thing. I'm not in the business. And also, like, it's already December. There's less than 3 weeks now till Christmas. So, it's not going to happen. If you don't put them out like right after Thanksgiving, that's it. Val wants a good RJ zip up. I'm going to get on it. Says we need RJ as much now. Spot Center said, do you do $5 win, lose, or draw somethings? I don't have a pen on me. Positively E said, great advice on the boat, and then tweeted, then put a Hulk Hogan emoji, who is, I believe, a boater, but not a fisherman. Sean said, I could commit to one of these hoodies once they exist. All right, I'm going to work on it. I got the message. Everybody calm down. Starrycat said, couldn't find any mugs on your Teesprings or wrestling merch stores. Starrycat, go to prowrestlingtees.com/RJCity, and then there is a button on the side that says accessories. It's there. I assure you. Nail said, please sing the dramatic song from RJ Makes Coffee in His Underwear, the musical, the one where mild peril is brewing right before the big fight scene. Let's do that while I press the cold brew. That's an apropos idea, isn't it? Okay. I gotta press this coffee tonight. I gotta press this coffee just right. Because if it is too bitter, I'll upset John Ritter, and then we'll get into a fight. Oh, Ritter man, he's so picky with his coffee. Oh, Ritter man, he tells me what to do. Oh, Ritter man, why do you hide in the shadows? And you don't let anyone know that I actually work for you. I've got to press this coffee tonight. I've got to pour this coffee just right. Because if it is too bitter, I will upset John Ritter, and then we'll get into a fight. Please, Mr. Ritter, don't hate me. Please, Mr. Ritter, don't hurt me. I am but a simple man, making coffee as I can in my underwear for your approval. And then he slaps me and the song changes. Leo said, 60-second scene. You are Max Landis talking about RJ City and deconstructing your Mac in a very pretentious way that makes little to no sense. I have a feeling my Max Landis person would be very similar to my Gary V impression. Put 60 seconds on a clock. Let's go. You know what I saw you doing, Sean? I thought it was really good. It was a lockup, right? They took the head, right? They shot him up, they got a tackle, drop down, leapfrog kind of thing. And they did a hip thrust. They did an arm drag. I'm thinking arm drag. People know drag. Where's that go? Drag queen. You know, maybe it's a comment on gender fluidity. Who knows? It's just me because we all switch roles, and it makes people think. So I think you do one arm drag, you do another arm drag, so people get that full message. Does that make sense? You understand what I'm saying? Because I think I know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is correct, whether you agree with it or not. And I hope you know that. And I feel like eventually in time you'll understand that is correct. So I say you do an arm drag, you do another arm drag, you do a snap. Mare, I'm thinking nightmares. Maybe it causes, terror in people. And that's what you're commenting on, that you're flipping over the terror. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then it's a chin lock because, what people do with the chins, they talk. They talk with their mouth, they talk with their jaw, and you're locking it up. Now people have lockjaw. It's a nightmare about having lockjaw. That's the subtext of the scene. Does that make sense? I hope it does. My father made really good movies. And scene. Whew, that's a sweaty one. Michelle said, I can make some David and RJ ornaments. Send me your old phone chargers. Michelle just opened a new business called Recharged. Positively E said, did you just reference Thunder in Paradise? I think so. I think I did. I think so. Said, if you were a Thundercat, which Thundercat would you be? Mr. Mistopheles. Sean said, you don't want to fight John Ritter, that's for sure. Gifted physical comedian. Val said, this must be from a couple decades ago, or RJ has a ghost problem. What are we talking about? Are you seeing me? You may be seeing me. Neil said, RJ, I love you. Sundays are amazing. Aaron said, John Ritter is RJ's angel of music. Wouldn't that make so much sense? Leo said, can you tell us about this 15-year-old suit-wearing promoter? Yes. So I tweeted about it yesterday off Gregory Iron's tweet. He said, what are some shitbag promoter... what if some things that you remember shitbag promoter saying? So I quoted this tweet, and I kind of told the story. But years ago, and multiple people can confirm the story, including Daryl, the ref, who's in NXT right now. He was also on the show. And when you work, these shows were popping up all over Ontario, and you really want to work. So if this is a show, you're like, I'm going to be there, right? You don't really think, is this worth my time? Or are these people legitimate? You don't. You just like, this show, you want me? I'll make you go. And a lot of promotions would start up and then run a couple shows and never run again, run one show and never run again, or just do a lot of hype and whatever and then never run again. But what they would do is they would create, this is back in the Wild West days of Facebook, where you could be a full Facebook profile, but just of a business and not have the profile picture of a human being or anything. And for whatever reason, most of these indie promoters like to message through Facebook. It's so weird. I'm not the only one who's realized this, by the way. It's just a weird cultural thing for some reason. Anyway, so this guy messaged us. Maybe the show was a couple hours away. Wasn't too far. It was less than 3, more than an hour, so maybe 2 hours. And I just remember the show. So, and whatever, sounds great. We'll see you there, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the guy's name is, let's say it's Jamie. That's the name that's in my head. Whether it is or not, I'm not sure. And we get, you get there, and they show it's not quite clear who the promoter is. It's like staff, right? You're not sure who's in charge. So people telling you this, people telling you that, different people in charge of different things. Okay. To make a long story short, the show was, in generous terms, a debacle. There was maybe 10, 20 people there. And it was so dark. I remember the show being really, 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 really dark. And I also remember the ring was how a chair, there's a busted chair to have one busted leg. So at no point is it on all 4 legs evenly at the same time. It'll always be this way, or it'll be like this. That was the ring. The ring was not even. So as you would, the ring's kind of like this, and as you would run across, it would go like this. Which is terrifying. And the ropes were not rope, not cable. They felt wooden. It was incredibly strange. Anyway, after the show, this is a feeling that I've now learned to avoid, but did you get paid yet? Did you get paid yet? Did you get paid yet? And then you start realizing maybe the reason nobody's got paid yet is because there's no money. And they had to call people in. They would call wrestlers in one by one. And then they all come out like they had just gotten fired. Not the best sign. And I remember, and it must have been at our community center or something, because I remember in the back where we had our meeting, there was a table, chairs, and a hockey net. And it turned out this boy was in charge who was 15 years old, and he was wearing a suit. And I had seen him and spoken to him. I didn't know he was the guy in charge. I didn't know he was the head honcho. And the woman writing his checks was his financial backer. And it was a woman who he was not related to, not romantically involved with, not just this. We did not know what the relationship was. Not his mother, not his sister, not his aunt. Nothing. Yet she was putting up all the money for this show. And after a bunch of falderah, and they always try to give you a sob story so that you'll say, you know what, don't worry about it. But after you wait it out, she wrote a check saying, here's the check, but you can't cash it for 7 days. And I must have cashed it at some point. I think I did, or deposited it or whatever. And I think they did end up running again, which is baffling. Or maybe I even worked for them again, which says nothing about me. I cannot remember the name of the promotion. I cannot remember the name of the promoter. I've tried to look it up. A couple of months ago, I tried to look it up, and I was unsuccessful. So if anyone knows, please, 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 please let me know. Jordan said, I thought a snapmare was a very irritated female horse. Starry said, positively, he's a dick. Not John Ritter, though. David said, Michelle, the Charger gimmick was a disaster, but you made it worth it. Starry Cat said, David, please send RJ a box of old Chargers. Positively, E just clued into everything. Danny said, I had gotten used to the rustic setting. Positively, E said, don't take bookings through Boomer Book. Well, yes. Thank you. Nails wants to know if there's footage of the show. I mean, there's got to be. I haven't seen it. There's got to be pictures for sure. Michelle said, David, so sorry it was a disaster for you, but it was really cool for me. I may have talked some crap about you in the past with my suckette Arquette signs, but you're a good egg with peanut butter. Will said, do you prefer ropes or cables for the ring? I prefer ropes. I don't do that much springboarding. I don't need them to be that stable for me, and I feel like you can do a lot more moves and twisting people up and that kind of stuff. There's like 1 or 2 rings I wrestled in that had really good ropes that were flexible enough that you could, really tie yourselves up in. To me, that was fun. Spy Center said that 15-year-old promoter didn't make himself a champion at his own show. Learn to work, kid. Come to Pennsylvania for lessons. Oh, talk about a Wild West. Chris said this is incredibly surreal. Nail said, and that 15-year-old grew up to be Vince McMahon. Spot Center said, we saw a show at a city park where the ring was on a slight hill. The clotheslines coming north and south were more devastating than south to north. It was a struggle. If you threw one going up, you were a real powerful guy. Starry Cat said, you should come to the UK when traveling is safe, etc. You don't need to say that. I understand that. Would love to see you and David. I would love to go. And we had talked about it a little bit. But it's one of those things that like you can't just show up for one show. It's really like you got to show up for like at least a week and kind of do multiple shows to really make it worth it. But whatever. Maybe one day. Nobody needs to wrestle. We can just show up and walk around. Nail said, I love back in the day when big guys would fall through the slack ropes now and then. Good times. They were so much more versatile to me. Ew, David said, I suck at eggs. Now I know why. You're a real egg sucker, David Arquette. You don't know how to boat, but you sure suck a few eggs. Positively, he said, RJ is a secret rope bunny. Hoppity hop hop. Is that Frosty I'm thinking of? Hoppity hop hop, hoppity hop hop. Look at Frosty go. Why would Frosty hop? I think he would just crumble immediately. Val, oh yes, Val, with my pandemic catchphrase. Well, with all that's been going on right now, I don't know if you've picked up a paper, but there's a lot happening. Michelle said, have you ever hurt yourself mid-match or hurt your opponent or your opponents hurt themselves during the match? If so, is there some kind of safe word or sign you guys work out before the match so you know of the injury? Yeah, I'm hurt. It's usually a good, clear one. It's a lot. I appreciate, Michelle, that you're giving us so much respect that you think, oh, there must be some clever trick they do. Or there must be there's something that they've pre-planned. And the answer 9 times out of 10 is nope. Just be like, I am hurt. Or just like, give me a minute is a popular one. It's usually obvious when someone's hurt because they stop acting like they're hurt. What a conundrum that is. Jordan said, if David and you do the UK, I really need Kenny from Inside the Ropes to interview you two together. I desperately wanted to go to the UK just so we could do stuff with Dick and Dom, who are delightful people. Neil said, do your cats like Christmas trees? They like the pine scent for sure. Once the tree goes up, they have to really, inspect it as if they have never seen this kind of thing before. But they do enjoy. Why am I? Oh Lord, there we go. That's better. Val said, I mean, he didn't have legs. How else was he supposed to get around? He wasn't supposed to get around. Frosty's just supposed to just sit. Where's he going? He's got a job meeting to get to. A job meeting. Jesus. Spot Center said, worst drunken fan versus wrestler reaction or it's still real to me fan. I had a 12-year-old kid spit in my face. It was not that much fun. I've had people throw beer at me, but it was fun. It's like, okay, good. That was probably, there was also one family. Everyone I'm talking about takes place in Oshawa for some reason, which says a lot about the town. It's one of those things where I was just destroying this guy one show, and then the next show he came back with his wife and son, and I was just like, yeah, I try not to go at people in the audience because I usually like to take out the people who speak up because it's a lot more fun and challenging. This guy wouldn't shut up, and I was just picking him off. And it's like, man, you making this really his kid was on a leash, and I'm like, God, what are you guys doing? Just don't talk. If you guys were quiet, I wouldn't have said anything. But it was fun. So there's no real bad interactions for me. Nell said, what are you getting Danhausen for Christmas? I'm getting him a stocking Velsen. Nell said, bogeys. I freaking adore Dick and Dumb. They're so nice. They're so sweet. Leo said, you should look up, Nails. I don't know if you've seen them. There's one episode or two episodes of Splat-A-Lot where I hosted the BBC version. I was like a guest with Dick and Dom. Leo said, I didn't like Dick and Dom when I was a child. They were irritating. That I can see. I didn't grow up with them. I just had them in small bursts, and I thought they were delightful. David Arquette said, I think I'm retired from wrestling, honestly. I'm a damn good manager, though. Let me tell you something, David. You're not a good manager yet. It has not stopped you. Like most things in life, David, we still have outfits that we've never worn. And I say when this is all done with, everything that's going on, I think we just put them on and sit out on a park bench and feed the ducks. Jordan said, what says the annoyed zebra this morning? Ugh. Neil said, I don't care if you are 12. You spit at me, you're eating my fist, and I will happily go to jail and not be sorry. Yeah, I got hit with it, and I turned around. I was like, it was a kid. Because it should be licensed to hit someone. Really. And the parent did nothing. I'm a professional. Starrycat said, still love you, David, especially with your amazing documentary, which I have yet to see. You should just come along with RJ and laugh at him. He did. Spot Center said, today in my head, I will sing Turn Around, Bright Eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Total eclipse of the heart as you spin away at the end of this. All right. Whatever floats your boat. David said, okay, final match in a park where we wrestle ducks. I'm in. Suck a duck. Maybe you do that. Maybe you could bring your water skis. Think about it. They retired. They had their final match together in a park. Leo said, do you know who Jedward are? They are the Irish Dick and Dom. I've heard of them. I'm not that familiar with their work. But yeah. Nell said, please wear the outfits and sit on David's giant chair. David, what did you do with the chair? Did it come with you? Everyone who's seen the documentary talks about your giant Lily Tomlin chair. Michelle said, Dick and Dom sounds like the title of a documentary about S&M sexcapades. Ooh, it will. Let me write that down. That's a damn fine idea, Michelle. Positively E said, David could be a great manager. You and David should get in that virtual basement, the wrestling code game. You can plug it on late night TV. Sorry, you don't get in it. They can offer us money and a contract that is worth our time to get in a game. They want to just license shit. People are like, oh, you should get in it. I'm not knocking on anyone's door to use my face. I use my face just fine. If they want to use my face, they can contact me with a decent offer of something, just throwing it out there. That's the way these things work. Ty said, can that final match be in Philadelphia, please? How many parks are there? Val said, watch out for geese. Have you ever seen anybody play the goose game? Are you talking about duck, duck, goose, Val? Because that game includes two birds. Spot said, David could have played ducky. I don't know what that means. Jordan said, with everything going on, I think spitting on someone is crime. I think it is too. David said, my name as a kid was Dave Duck. I could jump the duck in my water skis. This is your Fonzie moment. You thought wrestling was jumping the shark. No. It's not about the shark anymore. It's about jumping the duck. Don't do it, David. Hey, I got to. Hey, in your leather jacket or something. Nell said, oh, the chair's in Nashville. The chair came with you. Oh, everyone likes the chair. I think you should do like a Deep Thoughts web series where it's just you thinking about life in the chair. Nell said, the giant chair was so perfectly timed in the documentary to show David being all childlike and fun. Yeah, that's basically all he does, though. I would also like a big table next to the chair, and I want a giant pencil that I'm struggling to write with. David said, true, I jumped the spot. Michelle said, David jumped the shark with C-Spot run. He jumped the dog. Positively E said, you all about money now, RJ? If somebody wants to license me for a video game, yeah. Aaron said, Nails, I definitely thought the Voros twins were Jedward at first before I heard them speak. Fair enough. Oh, that's who they are. I know who Jedward is. Fightful said, jump the border so we can film you shopping for toys in Kentucky. Speaking of Fightful Ross Sapp, I just found my Sam the American Eagle from Muppet Treasure Island action figure. Why is Kentucky like the toy capital of the world? Go click on Fightful for hot scoops about me signing with the AWA. Val said, no, I've seen a few people play it on Twitch of the goose game. You're a goose that messes with people and does weird tests. Yes, I've been told this game, and I'm like, I'm not playing this. Ty said, Philly has a lot of parks, a lot of waterfront parks also for water skiing. Bottom said, Twitter DM, is that the best way to get that P.O. Box address to send coffee for Christmas? Yes, it is. Although I always feel like with the shipping, you're just like, I don't know. This will come now or come in March. Positively E said, Dick and Dom and Rope Bunny 2. Have we brought up spiral duck penises yet? I can't believe I've been talking about ducks and I didn't mention their penises at all. As David said, ducknado. That's what a duck penis is called. It is a ducknado. It goes. That's this. If you've ever, as the popular phrase, fucking duck, sounds like this. David said, I have a giant pencil. No joke. Well, let's sit at your giant chair and let's draw something on what would have to be a small piece of paper. It'd be very funny. Tyler said, geese are majestic. Don't you ever, Nails, that there will be heat. Jordan said, C-Spot Run would be a good name for David's running knee finish. I think he just used the diamond cutter. I can't think of anything else like he really like used as a finishing move. Blue Meanie said, actually, there's a park in Philly called FDR Park that locals refer to as the Lakes, which would be perfect for you and David to feed the ducks. But I want to talk about Franklin Delano Roosevelt at that park. That would be a lot of fun. Fightful said, I have no clue if you actually have these Muppet figures or if you're doing a bit at this point, and I kind of prefer that. I have, that's like, why would that be a bit? I got to take pictures now. Positively E said, but did you wrestle it like Pillman? I don't understand. Revenge said, when are we getting an RJ workout tape a la Richard Simmons? I want to split to Ethel Merman. My tape actually already exists. It's a Milton Berle workout tape. And if you don't believe me, Google it. Nails likes the duck penis sound effects. Leo said, what about Marknadoes? Tornadoes with Mark Henry in them wreak havoc globally. Actually, what about the Kevin Nash movie? I'm excited. David said, there goes your monetization. I wasn't monetized, and I'm staying that way. Positively E said, hashtag AWA 2021. Let's get it trending. Val said, at my old job, I have a bunch of giant writing utensils I take to department meetings just to make myself laugh. And that's why you don't work there anymore, Val. Michelle said, hey, RJ, you're ignoring your co-star coffee. I missed the first few minutes. Did I miss something? You're not doing coffee today? I pressed it. Where were you, Michelle? And now I'm going to make the other one. Look, I have pressed it, and I've already had this much. Where were you, Michelle? I pressed it while I was singing that song about making coffee. Maybe you thought that was like a little play. David said, make the sound of ducks. What? He described the sound of duck sex. We can't let him make money. Make the sound of ducks fucking when you make the coffee. There's one ducky. Ty said, thank you, Blumini. Yay, Philly Parks. 2. Michelle said, I had a Glix today. I totally missed your poor corn press. What? Here we go. There's some nice water here, too. David with a lovely goldenrod tribute, and that is strictly because I talked about duck penises. It's literally the only reason. There we are there. Look at this thing. Look at this canteen here. That's some good business, isn't it? I'm going to let that sit until let me have a swig of this. Put the lid back on because I'm an adult. Sean said, too funny. Nail said, I would do the RJ workout. Do we just fold our arms and roll our eyes? Yes, and it works swimmingly. Spot Center said, Kevin Nash pulled a hamstring at the movie. He is, I will say, incredibly limber in the right settings. Leo said, would you rather work a Steven Seagal movie or Max? Oh, Steven Seagal. I'm not even going to finish reading. I need to know. The other one, I already know, and I don't really care. Will said, just Googled Milton Berle's workout video. Oh, this is just something. He's also, like, making fun of everyone. It's really, like, lacking in taste for a Milton Berle workout video. The whole thing's got to be online somewhere. Fightful said, will 2021 be the year you get a lucrative sponsorship with 1-800-COLLECT? People say, are you on the left? Are you on the right? I tell people I like to dial down the middle. See, isn't it CALLATT? What happened to that? Wasn't that David's? Did you botch this thing, Sean? Chris said, I honestly cannot wait for the new Nash flick. Ty said, RJ, do the horse, and that's me doing it in honor of Bobby Fish. Michelle said, damn it, the hazelnut creamer must have had me off my game. It's counteracting the caffeine. It's making you all dreamy and wistful. Revenge said, how much would it cost you to sing Turkey Lurkey Time from the musical Promises, Promises? Give me some time, maybe next week. Let me look it up and see what I'm dealing with here. Sean said, Carrot Top's got nothing on RJ. He does this every week, and his only prop is a French press. Yeah, but it could be anything, Look at this, a duck's penis. Revenge said, how much would it cost you to sing and dance? It is not happening. Ty said, hi, Nails. I hope you're doing well. You can't greet people at the end of the... Leo said, Carrot Top is vile. David said, yes, that was it. I'm haunted by that and Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is David's Macbeth. You cannot say it around him. Sean said, oh, damn it, you're right. I was also thinking of the AT&T one. Yeah, okay. See, but David, you did the commercials at a time when not that many, it's okay, and it's still okay. I mean, look, if George Clooney is doing some shitty espresso machine commercials, that was fine. No one's talking about those. I will just urge you, I beseech you, do not do a Chantix commercial. That's it. That's all I'm asking. David said, it's my Niagara Falls. Slowly I act, step by step. George said, I'm going to have to get some duck B-roll. George is, of course, working on a documentary short on me, on nothing really. It's just me talking to camera. He's collected my ruminations, and he's working on it. Good luck with that. My life is a duck's penis by RJ City. Starcat said, David, you should do a Bob Ross biography. I would love to see David as David trying to be calm for 90 minutes. Michelle said, remember Disco Duck? Yeah, imagine how much that guy spiraled. Fightful said they had CAL, ATT, and 10-10-220. It was the Monday Night War era of collect calling. Lest we forget, Miss Cleo was like the ECW. Fightful said D'Lo Brown did a collect commercial, so nobody used to. But wasn't Austin also in that commercial? Will said Step by Step. Was that a Divine reference? No, that's a Three Stooges reference. Sean Rossap, you need a show with RJ and Denise on at the same time. Sean said, as long as David doesn't pop up talking about the benefits of Nugenics. Positively E said, still need that Tony Atlas, and there's a lot of heels. Would you rather be in 2009 Cats with Danhausen or Into the Woods with David Arquette? I would like to be into the James Woods. I want to do a James Woods biography. I think it's really important we get that out there. All right, okay, enough. Sean Rossap, you full of shit. D'Lo was not the star. Let's get a final look at these Babe Ruth. I'll hit a home run just for you, kid. And there we go, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day or something. Godspeed.